Yeah, June the 1st, because we had our baccalaureate sermon at Hills Chapel. That was, Hills Chapel had moved from Broad Street down to where it is now.
Okay.
Right. So, yeah.
About how many students do you recall were in your class?
We had 115.
Wow.
Yeah, so our class was the largest class. It was the first class to graduate from the new school and the largest class to graduate.
Okay, okay. And you got married soon thereafter?
Yep, I got married June 16th. Graduated June 1st, got married June 16th.
All right. Okay. And tell me about your husband, your late husband.
Okay, James attended Union Institute.
Okay, that was over on Baxter Street.
Yeah. So he graduated in 1955.
Okay.
And let's see, we met when we were down at the old school. We had the junior and senior prom. And that was the junior prom.
Okay.
Yeah. And so James was Richard Wood, which was Anne Blanche. That's Katie B. Wood. She was a member of New Road.
Okay.
And Mr. Ed's son, I remember her. Okay. So James was a chaperone for Richard, because Richard didn't have a car.
Okay.
And so he went and picked up his little guest. And so then therefore James got a chance to stay, you know. So he was dressed up in his little black pants and little white coat and whatever. And so, but he didn't bring me to the prom. I went to prom with somebody else. Because I didn't know him at the time.
Right.
So anyway, Richard introduced James to me. So, and then I had hair halfway down the back.
Okay.
You know. So, but anyway, so James asked me to dance, and we danced, and I don't know what happened.
You know what happened? He caught your eye and you caught his.
Oh Lord, so yep.
Okay.
That's how I met him.
All right. And then you started a family, or did you?
No, we were married 5 years before. Before Tina was born.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And where did y'all live when you got married?
We lived where I was living out there on next to his mama and them.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They built a little house. He built a little house.
All right.
So when we got married, I went to my little new house.
Oh man, that was nice.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Tell me about those years.
Well, it was a big transition for me because I'm living on Magnolia Street. They had running water.
Close to town.
Yes. A bathroom.
Right.
Moved it to the country.
Right.
No bathroom. Had to go to the outhouse.
Yeah.
Then I had to draw water.
Okay.
No running water. Woo, that was a big change, I'm telling you. And the very first time my sister came to visit me, I guess about 3 months after we had gotten married.
Right.
So she spent the weekend with us. So that night she, well, before then, I don't know, she never did have to go to the bathroom. So when she did have to go, she said,
sooner or later.
Yeah, she said, "Sister, we're in the bathroom." I said, "Well, Francis, you have to go outside." So then, that night, you know, she wanted to take a bath. So I said, "Well, Francis,
let me explain that to you too.
I have to take a bath in the tub."
Yeah. Got to draw some water.
She says, "Sister."
What have you done?
She said, "I'm going to tell you what's the truth." She said, "Now, you either in love or crazy as hell." To leave all of that and to come to the country and don't have nothing. And that next year after we were married, that's when James decided he wanted a farm.
Okay.
So the land that's in front of where we moved from, it was 1 acre.
Okay.
And so he used that and he planted cotton.
Okay. Why you look like that, Miss Mary?
I never knew Mr. James was a cotton farmer.
I knew he was a farmer.
I knew he was a farmer, but
Yeah.
I didn't know he did cotton.
He wanted to plant cotton.
Okay.
So we planted cotton, and that's how I came down with allergies.
Uh-huh.
You know, out there hoeing and all this crap and stuff. So, well, when James asked my daddy for me, and so my daddy, you know, he had to go do his little sermon.
Right.
So he told me, he said, now, if you all ever got to the point that you couldn't make it, he said, just like you getting them from here, bring her back.
Right, okay.
No, you know,
Right.
come home, you know, whatever. So, okay. So then that year we formed, that next year we formed, and then you had to get out there and chop cotton and all that stuff. So I told James, I said, James, and then after you done sold the cotton, so you had to pay Mr. Ed for the rental of the land, and the cotton seeds, the fertilizer and all that stuff. And he said he sold that bale of cotton for $35. Now that's what he said.
Right.
So then after he had to pay for the fertilizer, the cotton seeds, and whatever else he had to do, then I think he said he was left with $15.
Okay.
Okay? All I got out of there, I believe it was $5.
Well, that was pretty good, because in a lot of cases it didn't add up.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I told him. I said, hey, do you remember when my daddy told you that if we couldn't make it, that you bring me back home?
He said, you about ready to go home.
He said, yeah. I said, well, I'm gonna tell you another thing. I said, if you farmed another year, you ain't got to worry about taking me home, because I'm going home. And so that was the end of the farm.
That was in the farm. Okay. He had some hogs and stuff since then.
Oh Lord, yes, Jesus.
Okay.
Yes. He had up to about 80 hogs at one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he would sell them and raise them and sell them and raise them, you know. And he looked after hogs for until about 2000. He retired in 2000, and March of 2000.
Okay.
And he had gotten rid of all of them except about eight or nine or something like that. But then about 2004, I believe, is when he just really got rid of them, because in 2005 his health, you know, started getting bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was no more that cotton farming, and that was over. So he said, you remember what my daddy told you?
No. I didn't slop hogs. That was another thing I didn't do. I didn't feed hogs.
Right. Okay. So you say he retired. What did he work?
Oliver Rubber.
Okay. I remember that name.
Yeah, that's where they make retread rubber. He worked there, I think, 42 years.
Wow. Okay. And tell me about your work career.
Okay, I started working at, I did housework until, I think Tina and John was like, I think I did housework for about maybe 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 or 12 years. And then I started volunteering at Winterville School when the kids started the school. And then from then, I got hired at the cafeteria at Winterville School, the old school. And then I stayed there and moved in when they built a new school. I worked there 8 years, and then I quit. And I started working for one of the 5th grade teachers there. So I helped her out a year, and then I started working out at Zare, and I worked there until they closed.
Okay.
And then I put in an application at down at the bus garage, and I got hired March the 15th, 1989.
Okay.
And I stayed there until May the 17, 2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
22. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I drove the school bus for 15 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I monitored for 5.
Okay. Okay. Now tell me about your children.
Okay, Tina is my oldest.
Okay.
2 years after she was born, I had a set of twins, John and James.
Mm-hmm.
James, the older twin, died at 2 months, and then John lived to get 30, where you know.
Right. Yes.
And then in 1971, I had Jason.
Okay.
You remember Jason?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he lived to get 7 months.
Okay.
And so that was it. So all of my boys are deceased, and I
Mhm.
don't have Tina.
Okay. Okay.
So I got 4 grandkids, and I have 4 great grandkids.
4 great grandkids.
Yeah,
Are they all
Shady-
here?
No.
Local? Okay. Where are they?
Shady, which is the oldest girl
Mm-hmm.
of John, she and her family live in Valdosta.
Okay.
She has 2 kids, 8 and 9. As a matter of fact, she's expecting again in October.
Okay. All right.
Brandon McKinney, that's John's son.
Right. Right.
Okay. And then Bria, that was by John's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jamie,
Okay.
which is Tina's kid.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah, she's in the military, isn't she?
She was. She's not
She
here.
was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Where's she?
She's here.
Okay. 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 I remember her. Is her little boy?
Ja'Cory.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
had so much personality for a little small town.
Yeah, Ja'Cory. Yeah.
Does he still have all that
Yeah,
personality?
he'll be 6 June the 20th.
Right. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
So he made it to the 1st grade.
All right.
It was so funny. After he finished school, was promoted from kindergarten to 1st grade,
Mhm.
where Jamie went and picked him up that last day of school, and so he told Jamie, he said, I'll be going to another school. Jamie said, yeah. He said, well, would I be going to Clark Middle?